Hello, everybody! Happy Wednesday! I need to fix my camera because I was on a different show and using a different program the other day. We good? We good? Okay. Hello. Happy Wednesday. I said that already. We're, point of order, we are missing Alyssa this week. They are not feeling well, and so, they're not here, unfortunately. We miss you, we love you, we hope you get well soon. But Monty's back, so hey! Let's jump into our intros before I get too sidetracked. We're going to start with Maddie this week.
Hi, hello. I'm Mariana. I also go by Lagrimosa with 0 on Twitter and other places. Tonight I'm going to be playing Nikita, the Wood Elf Barbarian, and we both go by she, her pronouns.
Good evening. My name is Victor. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing your Sin today. I am Tabaxi Rogue. Who uses he and they pronouns. Also, join me tomorrow on Sword and Key to see a development scene right before the finale of our Invisible Sun campaign, Fraying Threads, in which my boy continues to be the goodest boy.
Hello, I'm Charmy, also known as Captain Charmy, most places, but mostly on Twitter for now. I will be Aurora Incineratus, the Fire Genasi sorcerer who is really excited about her pseudo-dragon, Bougie. And no one can stop her from being extra about it. Just like me, we both use she, her pronouns.
Oh god. Sorry. Aki.
Hello. Yeah, I was like, is it my turn? It is my turn. I'm Aki, or Akino, if you're feeling fancy. I played... Who the fuck do I play?
Dayu?
Bunomancer.
Dayu, silver hair, because I was thinking of Cyberpunk, and I was gonna say Johnny Silverhand, and that's incorrect. I play Dayu Silverhair. We both use she, her pronouns, and as you can tell, this is the energy we're bringing. She's your bunny bard necromancer, and next week, because we're gonna be off, you can find me on Nameless Domain on Wednesday at 7 p.m. where we are doing a script reading of a Midsummer's A Night Dream. I'm your bitch, Hermia. I also play Nick Bottom and Peas Blossom because we're like a smaller group and we're just gonna play multiple roles. Damn, they really gave me the bottom role. Wait a minute, the fuck? Okay, I'm sorry. I had a revelation. That bitch ain't even here. But I'm gonna go poke someone.
I just had a revelation. That bitch ain't even here.
Yeah, what the hell? They gave me the character who's the bottom.
Just like
I know he's
Shakespeare
not.
wanted
Like I know he's like a donkey and stuff. But like.
Anyway, last but not least, hello, I'm Mandy. I'm your Dungeon Master this evening, and every Wednesday evening, at least every Wednesday evening that we play, and also Fridays. Find me all over the internet at the Mandy, especially on this channel, except for Twitter, because fuck Elon Musk. And yeah, I write for TTRPGs, I do art for TTRPGs. I'm also a cast member over on Magi RPG, where for the next few weeks you can find me 2 nights a week, both Tuesdays and Thursdays, starting tomorrow night with Hunter the Reckoning. A Heavy Price is the name of this little mini-series. It's gonna be 3 episodes. And I will be playing a hunter who looks it's basically me, but in hunter form. So you know, that's it was a coincidence actually, so that's pretty funny. Yeah. So check that out tomorrow. I believe it's, hold on, I gotta check the time before I make an ass of myself, except I already am, because now I'm checking. I think it's at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Yes, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Magi RPG. I'm thinking 8 o'clock because that's when all my games are. But yeah, definitely check out Magi RPG. They do a lot of amazing stuff on their channel. Not just because I'm on there, but because they do amazing stuff in general. They're good friends of mine. I'm very happy to be there. And also, this coming Tuesday is the return, Season 2 of Rise of the Conduit, the Blades in the Dark game that I am in, and a certain somebody here on this stream will also be on the first episode of Rise of the Conduit. So Akito will be joining us for that episode, so please give them a follow. Check out the Hunter game tomorrow if you've got time, and check out Blades in the Dark when that comes back next week. I know a lot of you are fans of the show. Thank you for your support, and just making sure y'all are aware. It's back this week! I can't wait! It's gonna be so good! Alright, so let's get into recap stuff. Before I ramble any further, Sithy, thank you so much for the resub. 13 months in a row, my dude. And now you were at tier 2. We are not worthy. We're not worthy. Thank you, Sithy. Lucky number 13, exactly. Traveling didn't really happen, last week because the weather was terrible. You traveled through some light rain that very quickly turned into full-on thunder and lightning, very, very frightening storms. Prior to that, while the rain wasn't too terrible, the party found a dead mage on the ground out in the fields of Southmore, and also discovered that he had a hidden on his person a brass tube with caps on each end. Sinark popped open the cap to the tube and found a message in Thieves' Cant. And for the folks at home who missed it, the message says, "Duality, mirror, city below, green, blade, seaside, secrets beneath, meet at the college when you're done." So they discovered that message, which was hidden. It was made with a particular kind of solution that is revealed by, I believe it was citrus or some kind of, or fire. I think fire was what actually revealed the message. Message in a bottle, yes, exactly. While this was occurring and burial rites were given to the mage by Dayu with the help of Nikita, Revelation stepped away to have a conversation which nobody else witnessed because it wasn't really happening in the material plane necessarily. That's what happens when you talk to a god. Revelation gave up a secret and sacrificed that secret to Furos, the Lord of Secrets, which they later learned was going to cause some things to be a little awkward because that secret had to do with Sinark's trip to the monolith in Blockade. And now, whenever Sinark brings up that event, as he did with Kazuhiko while they were camping and waiting out the thunderstorms later on that day, discovered that when a secret you sacrifice to Furos is brought up in conversation, all the one who gives up that knowledge hears is static. Kazuhiko and Sinark did some manly bonding, is what my notes say, talking about tattoos and other things. Aurora and Dayu had conversations about magic and how it works for each of them and how that looks different. And their watches were uneventful. They have 1 day left to travel to Foxden. They would have been there on that particular day, but because of the weather, they had to stop doing what they were doing. Dayu also was pulling cards at the end of the session, and actually pulled the moon card, and triggered essentially visibility for herself of the lost spirits that are stuck out in the area around the camp. But they are stationary entities, and about a dozen of them, I believe I said there were, kind of all out at different distances from the camp. And yeah, that's kind of it. Sinark tried to see Maylin again, and did not succeed. Better luck next time, buddy. And I think that's kind of where we were. You all had your watches. You had a long rest. And in the morning, is it's definitely cooled down a fair bit. But it is no longer raining. No, instead, it is a cloudy sky, so it's a little bit dark this morning compared to past mornings. And there is a bit of a rolling fog across the fields and hills of Southmore. It does give a bit of a disadvantage on perception if you're trying to look far away, for the time being until the fog clears. As the sun has not fully risen yet, you imagine this will last a few more hours. But the rain and the thunder and all that is no more.
I think Sin has been eager to get on the journey.
Mm-hmm.
And is sort of like, as soon as the last watch is like, sort of like crack of dawn while last watch is ending, like he is up. He is like, all right, we got to get people up. We got to get people out.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so, you are packing up. I love the singing in chat. It's so good. You pack up camp quickly. Kazuhiko definitely helps you because he is probably just as eager to not be camping out in the open as the rest of you, and to get
And
to
Aurora's last
Foxden.
wake up.
Of course you are. Actually, while everyone else is getting up and starting to pack up their things and get ready to get moving, you are dragging your feet, so to speak, a little bit, getting out of your bedroll, I would assume, until Bougie, who's laying on your chest, kind of like cranes his little neck so he's like nose to nose with you, and he just boop. You get bacon and eggs. When you open your eyes, you just see a little dragon head, just kind of.
It's both adorable and annoying, and she's annoyed, but she doesn't express it at Bougie and says, "Yes, okay, breakfast."
He
starts to get up.
Yeah, he hops off once you say that, and kind of trots probably over to the fire.
Sin's probably got some sort of like lean soup going with whatever like meat that they've been like dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Just like morning stew.
Yeah. You can't boop Bougie for 5 more minutes. You just boop him back. 5 more minutes, buddy. I'm gonna lay down. He kind of bounds over to you as much as a tiny little dragon can bound anyway, and like skitters over your feet, Sin, and like climbs up onto like a rock or something to get a better look at what you're making.
I think Sin caves so easily and like throws a bit of stew meat.
Oh yeah,
over to
hell
Bougie.
yeah! He leaps up, like little wings flapping, and like catches it before it gets to him.
Mm-hmm. The way we're going, you're going to be a very, very big dragon soon.
I feel like on that exact note, Nikita, I feel like I did at last session that I was here. I said that she saved a piece of meat from what they had gathered that day. And she's going to also take out, first of all, she's going to take out her dried fruit and feed Smar.
Oh, yeah. He squeaks at you and he's like, nom, 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 nom.
While he is out, Nikita's going to look for Bougie.
Bougie is currently gnawing on some meat that Sin gave him.
Okay. And I feel like while he is eating, she's gonna like look at him and just point at Smart and say, just no, not this one. Okay? We keep you fed, but you know, this is a friend.
He like stops chewing and he looks at you. And he looks at Smar. And he goes back to eating. He does not seem interested.
Good. We'll get along.
Sin grins at Nikita, and he's just like, "Good, great negotiations."
Yeah, I didn't even have to feed them. It's great. You already fed them for me.
Love to be helpful, dear.
So helpful.
I would advise keeping it handy for maybe a future time, just in case. You know, with the whole stinging Rev thing, you might need another bribe.
Right. I mean, he looked disinterested from what I could tell, but I don't know if that could flip at any moment. So...
Yeah, I mean more for you than for Smar.
I understand. I will feed him at some point. I understand. Feed an animal and they become your friend, more likely.
It's always worked with me.
I have nothing to give you at the moment. Sorry.
Nothing.
You're the one cooking.
Well, I can think of a couple things you could give the cook.
She like rolls her eyes and just like looks away. But she's smiling.
I don't wake up to the smell of food. I wake up to the smell of queers in the air.
Yes, exactly.
And I just I guess I just do my cute little dailies. Though I think Dayu is going to take a little bit extra time to add in some extra care, just on the off chance that we spot the in-laws. I cannot show up after 2 years of probably being dead, looking like I could be dead. You know?
Fair.
I'm looking a little. I'm putting a little bit more care into how I look, and whatnot. I also found out through a lot of unnecessary bunny stalking that rabbits straight up pull their whole ears down and like just pull it all down when they want to clean their freaking ears, and it's the cutest thing ever. So that's what I'm doing.
Good.
You are aware that not too far away from the entrance to the Foxden, there is a river. So if you wanted to bathe, you could.
Maybe. We'll see what time we get there, how much time we have, and like, I don't know.
What, you muted yourself?
Fucking hell. I don't mean to mute myself this time. But yeah, on the off chance that, I don't know, a second chimera from the sky appears, I do not want. That's such a cliche. While I'm vulnerable and naked? Please. Please. That's so rude.
We've survived it before.
I have, but I don't want to.
We could have someone to watch, technically, right?
There is...
There's tons of ways to avoid it, but like still, on the off chance, okay?
You know that the
Kazuhiko just watches
River. Yes, it is the Gladius River.
He's got a bath too.
Crosses the border from Fouchus over into Southmore and flows down into. You're getting some lore here. Flows down into. What is the name of this place? Did I not name it? The Blight Caves.
Not the
Okay.
White Caves.
Blight.
Oh,
Not the white. No. Never the White Caves. Never those.
A white cave.
Uh,
No.
I love how you immediately visceral reaction. Not the White Caves. We don't want to go there.
What about the Bat Cave?
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
This entire
No.
group laughs in BIPOC.
And
Oh,
say
God.
shit.
Yep.
Okay.
Moving on.
Blight
So
caves.
it is the Gladius River, which you know is mostly located in Vouches, but flows over the border and into Southport to the Blight Caves. Please don't call them the White Caves. I will rename them. Jesus Christ.
We don't want them to be the White Caves. Don't
Nobody
worry.
wants them to be the White Caves. They are the Blight with a B, Blight Caves.
Mhm.
It's silky fucks all over again.
Please. Now I know
Yeah,
how Matt
Silky
Mercer
Fox was
feels. Now I
delightful.
understand. Fuck my life.
And I heard you right the first time. Don't you worry.
Well, thank God for
Same,
that.
same.
Um,
My flashbacks was towards like
yeah, maybe
Dragon
they are
Age.
the White Caves. WIGHT.
Oh, the Blight.
Yeah, the Blight, and
The
then you
Blight.
have to go to the caves, the tunneling system, to go fight the Darkspawn.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
Say goodbye to
That
your
is-
wardens.
Yeah, I was thinking of a completely different white person. For that one.
I
Thank
have
you, dog.
I have a knock on my door.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry,
we'll chat.
I'll
I was
solve.
gonna say,
chat
I
until
recognize
then.
what that means.
Yeah.
That
We're
means
gonna
it's
be right
coming.
back real quick.
You really want to crack
Okay,
open a
we're
cold
back.
one with your boy.
No, it's not Publishers Clearinghouse. It was my neighbor.
Stinky.
I feel like I need to put a sign up on my door that says "Go away."
Get a fuck off welcome mat.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm going to. I'm gonna say something to her next time I see her. Like, don't fucking knock on my door. You don't have my phone number for a reason. Maybe don't. Maybe also don't knock on my door. Anyway, it never fucking ends. I'm seriously gonna make a sign that says "Go away." Bed of nails, welcome Matt. Honestly. Okay, so where were we before I was rudely interrupted?
We were just talking
White
about
caves.
white caves.
We're just talking about
Blight
Blight
Caves, yes. So that is the river that you know where it is, the Gladius River. It is near the entrance to Foxden. Arguably, you could stop there. Excuse me, on the way if you wanted to.
Sin does ask Dayu for his scarf back since it's no longer thundering.
Yeah, I give it back. Don't worry. Okay. How long would you say we're chilling before we pack up and leave?
Breakfast and everything, probably like an hour max. To pack, eat breakfast, and leave. Panda eats and leaves.
See, this is where I am the math gay for only things that affect me specifically. I think I have enough time to do it to at least like one person or two. Realistically, Daddy's gonna get really clingy to like two people. Yeah, that's about it.
Can
Do you choose who?
Explain further what that means by clingy?
She's gonna sit real close beside, and if allowed, will loop an arm and then eat like that.
So who's your choice?
Totally allowed.
Yeah, you gotta pick.
Yeah,
two.
you gotta pick two.
I know,
We're
and I
all
also
waiting.
received
I feel like we're
permission
all willing.
from Melissa to do this. So, like, 1 second.
Tap, 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 tap.
Tap, 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 tap.
Okay, so it's Sin and
What are you doing?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, it'll be Sin and Aurora. My screen, I'm on Twitch. I can see all of us, so I'm just using that for eeny, meeny, miny, mo purposes.
What is happening right now? I'm so confused.
I'm gonna be
She's
clingy
choosing
to
who
Sin
to
and
get
Aurora.
clingy.
Okay, you're clinging to Sin and Aurora. Okay.
Aurora lets this happen.
Meanwhile, I'm looking up on Amazon signs that say "Go away." I found a really cute one. It's a gnome, and he's flipping you off.
That's great.
That's very good.
Yeah.
When Dayu clings to Sin, I'm imagining that it's when Sin serves the food. It's very much a loop back, and it's just like, okay, like this is how we're eating, I suppose.
When
The sign
Dayu
that
does
says,
this,
"Go away unless you are my pizza or my Amazon delivery."
that one sounds good, but does it have a gnome on it?
And it does not have a gnome.
Just saying.
There's nothing stopping you from buying both, taping them together,
Just,
and
Why not
just
both?
get a bunch of "Go away" signs and put them
CVS
all on my
receipt, like-
door.
like stickers for your door.
Oh my god.
Signs, they're like stickers for your door. I'm good at marketing.
I'm just gonna just here for later.
Aurora, are you gonna say something?
Oh, yes. When Dayu becomes clean with Aurora, she'll like basically return the exact same energy and slyly see if Kazuhiko has noticed.
I guess I'll roll to see if he is perceptive enough to see that. Of course, he's a very perceptive man, so of course he's going to see it. Yeah, he sees it.
Okay. No, she's not doing anything about that. She just wanted to know.
So you guys are clinging to each other, and you, specifically Aurora, are looking to see if Kazuhiko notices. That's it?
Yeah, as it happens, like she would look up, and if he's looking, they would make eye contact, and then she would look away.
I feel like you would see him looking in your general direction, but he doesn't, like... He just kind of, like, it's more of like a, oh, okay, and then back to what he was doing. There's no
Okay.
particular expression or anything like that.
Gotta wait for later for the vibes.
So you are all moving now? You've had breakfast now? Is that... Okay.
Yeah. To
And
start walking.
when we're on the road, I go and I cling to Nikita next for a little bit.
Is this just an elaborate attempt to make him jealous?
No.
Okay, you're just...
I'm
you're
waiting
She's
for one of you
putting
bitches to ask
scent-
me. I also got
putting scent on
permission
something.
from Aurora to do that. Aurora, your Aurora,
Melissa.
Alyssa, to do this to Rev too, and then like Kazuhiko's gonna be last, but like when it gets to Kazuhiko, I am aggressively clinging.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
I
you
think
go around
Sin-
and do this.
Yeah, I think Sin tries to ask Kazuhiko. Because he doesn't want to like interrupt clinging time because it was nice. It was nice to be like hugged. And and then it's Nikita and Rev's turn. So like Sin will be like, "Hey, is this normal? Is this like scenting?"
He kind of like looks like what do you mean? You mean like what she's doing?
Yeah.
Shrugs. I don't know.
Okay. Do you want like a hug? Like
I think I'm okay.
okay, yeah. I'm sure it'll come around to you.
But I am focused on getting us to Foxden, so I'm not really letting myself be distracted by whatever the fuck is going on here, and it doesn't bother me anyway, so
I don't
shrugs.
think. Oh, okay. I didn't think it bothered you. I was just saying it's nice to be hugged,
It is nice to be hugged.
Yeah. I get you, Mr. Serious. Serious too. So serious.
He kind of smirks at you a little bit, like, yeah.
Listen. If I wasn't a serious guy, would I know how to scent out invisible ink? Would I know how to teach someone a language? Come on. And he just sort of like very jokey, like does like a little like elbow nudge into like Kazuhiko's side.
He's still smirking a little bit, and he says, "Yes, parlor tricks and thieves' cant. Very serious."
All right. I'll see. I'll have to impress you in a different way.
He'll nudge you back and say, "Plenty serious."
Serious enough. Just so if he doesn't get an answer from Kazuhiko, he's gonna wait until Dayu heads back towards Kazuhiko to ask. If no one else asked before him.
Yeah, he goes back to leading the pack like he's been doing. He's not like carrying his longbow, but he's actively head on a swivel while you guys are dicking around.
And then eventually, when I'm done the rest of the party, I will go and aggressively cling to Kazu.
Are you like grabbing his arm, like?
Mm-hmm.
So you're hugging his arm, basically.
Yeah, and then at some point, full on rubbing my face on it. It's way more aggressive. Everybody else was like fun cuddle time. This was also fun cuddle time, but like if the cuddle like got way too like temperature hot, and you're like, wait a minute, okay, this is uncomfortable now.
He kind of slows his like he kind of like slows his pace a little bit and like looks down at you like, are you all right?
Yeah.
Am I not paying enough attention to you?
No, rain washed my scent away.
Oh. Oh. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think about it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sin puts his hands up and he's like, I win! I knew it!
He kind of, reaches down and like gives you a little head pat.
I read chat. Wow. Damn these ghosts.
Damn these ghosts. Chat are the ghosts? Oh no. It's expanded.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna include chat now. Y'all say some ridiculous shit.
Fucking.
So there's a little lizard.
She's
a little lizard that occasionally says shit. Like a Mushu-sized lizard.
Kazu definitely gives you like little head pats, and says, "Just never mind, it's fine." He just keeps walking. He's
It's
okay
what?
with it.
You
He just
cut
goes. Never mind, it's fine. He just keeps walking. He's like, I am trying to keep a lookout though, which you and your friend should probably maybe do that too, so that it's not just me.
You think you're the only one looking out? Like,
Are you
he's, like,
behind them?
offended.
Are you behind them?
Kazuhiko? Sin was walking like side by side with
Okay.
Kazuhiko.
He looks over at you and he goes, "All right. Do you see anything?"
Do I? Maybe?
Roll a perception check.
With disadvantage, right?
No, you are not exhausted. Oh wait, it's still foggy. Yes, with
It's
the
foggy.
disadvantage, you are correct.
All right. So instead of that natural 20, I only got a 16. And I
Can
don't have my sheet up because I'm the worst player in the world.
I was gonna ask if I could do it with hearing.
Yeah, you can do that.
And
With
Yeah,
hearing,
do
with
the
hearing,
fog.
with hearing, you have your usual.
I was gonna say, does the fog affect my ability?
It probably dampens sound because of the mist.
If it was thick enough, it would dampen the sound a little bit, but for you, it's really not a barrier.
Dirty 20, Mandy.
Okay.
Just like
Sorry.
me.
Saucy.
sorry.
18.
What did you say? 19?
Yeah.
All you hear is the wind and your friends walking around you and the little beat of Bougie wings as he flies around in the mist around you guys. That's pretty much it. Even with the dirty 20, like you're looking, there's nothing in the immediate vicinity.
Sin looks around and like puts his face like this. He looks back at everyone and looks forward. And he's just like, nothing.
Exactly. Very good.
I don't hear anything.
Ooh, validation. Wouldn't it be easier to carry her on your back? That's much more scent. Body to body. Work up like a good sweat.
He kind of looks at Di. Do you want that? I can move my longbow so it's on the front. We could make it work. Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Just prepare yourself. And then I jump.
Oh, he like immediately like shifts his stuff to the front so that when you land on him, it doesn't like mess up his longbow or anything like that. I'm gonna roll. You're gonna jump up into the air and like cling to him.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a backpack.
All right. Well, thankfully he's really strong, so you don't knock him over with that leap of yours. He's done this before. So he kind of like plants his feet in the ground as soon as you jump, moves the longbow to the front. His bag is like off to the side, so it's not really an issue. And you jump up on his back like you do.
Sin gives Dayu like a little like finger gun.
I give you a monotone finger gun back.
Guns aren't a thing in this world, you guys. But okay.
Oh.
It's like pointing. It's just pointing.
I give you a finger crossbow.
Finger crossbow.
Like with a rubber band,
Yeah.
like.
Cheek.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, one hilted sword that way, you know.
So you bunny hop up onto your boyfriend's back, or whatever he is to you now, and he just kind of, he like Sin, you watch this. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's done this before. He knows he knows Dayu pretty well.
Good.
Plants his feet into the ground, like sumo style almost. Waits for the fucking impact. And he just kind of stands up straight and keeps walking.
Yeah, no, this is Sin is like, I am helpful. I helped both of these people. And he keeps walking.
Yep. What you doing while you're up there, Dayu?
Trying to see what my elf eyes can see. Trying
My elf
to.
eyes. My elf eyes.
You're a shifter.
I am a shifter, but let me have this, okay? Like they made Legolas Asian. I have
That's
my
true.
boy. Like
That's true.
They did?
Yeah.
yeah, for the Magic
Cards.
the Gathering cards. Yeah, Legolas is Asian. I'm so happy.
I'm here for it.
I'm so. I feel vindicated every fucking day when I think about that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It's amazing.
I'm mostly just chilling. Yeah. Occasionally I'll scent as well, because I'm backpack style here. But I'm kind of mostly just chilling. And I don't know if a giant bird grabs me from the sky. Now that I realize I'm kind of a very, very good target to be yeeted. I'm
Yeah,
just
I feel
letting
like
you know.
rolling some dice now that you've said
Gonna take this bitch with me.
Gonna take this bitch with me. Honestly, you couldn't have picked a better person for something like that.
Except he can't shoot what's carrying you.
That's not true.
Don't worry. If he drops his longbow, Sin will pick up the slack.
And so, oh. That's funny.
I was gonna say that as Dayu hops onto Kazuhiko, Aurora will turn to Nikita and be like, Nikita, carry me.
Yes, sure. And I feel like she would be like absentmindedly just like, scritching smart, and then she'll just stop and just You didn't specify how. I feel like she'll just kind of like throw you over her shoulder. Nothing
Fucking
very
fireman carry. Oh my god.
Now I have to.
That's what happens.
Like
Yeah,
Shrek
Sin
and
laughed.
Fiona.
Now I have to look him up. Oh my god, he is hot.
He's very hot.
He's super hot.
It's very hot.
What are
Listen,
you
Legolas
talking
was
about?
already
Legolas.
hot. He just. Oh,
Oh,
my god.
yes.
All right. Okay.
Very.
I'm gonna. I have
It
to
was
close
great.
that tab
Okay, I
now.
got distracted.
I have feelings about Legolas in general, but now I really have feelings about Legolas. Anyway, so, okay, moving on. Yes, so rolling dice.
Gay happenings are happening.
You mentioned Legolas to me, and I got very excited, and then you made me
I
even
know
more
what
excited.
you like.
Listen, I know you do.
I know what you like. I knew exactly what I was doing.
Alright, Spectra, fine.
I even got Spectra. Look at this
Stream
fucking
becomes
chat.
thirsty. Everyone hydrate. That includes the people at home. Everybody hydrate.
I ran out of water.
You really should hydrate then.
Do I need to fucking Madam
Go get
DM
some
you
water.
into go getting water?
I mean, would you be okay with me stepping away for 5 seconds to get water?
Of course.
We're
This is
all
an open
telling
table.
you to
You're right,
leave.
This
You're
is
right,
an
you're right,
open
you're right.
table.
You're right.
Get out.
If you need a drink or a snack or you
shading
gotta
Mari
pee,
right
you
now.
can get up and do the thing.
You're right.
I'm
sorry, Daddy
Remind you every session. That's right.
There we go.
All right.
Wow, so important we had to redeem it twice.
Dom you all into taking care of yourselves, okay? Right here on fucking stream.
Just make sure.
Don't choke on your drink.
You almost made me do a spit take all over my computer.
I'm waiting for Spectre Fan to clip that one. Please don't. All right, moving on. So, yeah, you are traveling. Eventually.
Importantly, Aurora is being carried by Nikita because she picked her up when she asked.
Okay. You got
Just so
uppies.
you know.
Sin is the one
Yeah.
on foot.
Got uppies.
Potentially with Rev.
So, you continue on throughout the day. The sun does get a little higher in the sky. The mist is, the fog mist, whatever you want to call it, is beginning to thin fan out a bit. Nikita, you are still giving Aurora uppies. I'm gonna
Very
say
ungracefully.
I'm gonna say Rev is probably like bringing up the rear of the group here, just kind of casually walking on their own. And ahead of you, I'll say because this fog is still clearing out as the sun gets higher in the sky and starts dissipating it, I'm gonna say, Dayu, you see this first because you were higher up. You're up on Kazu's back.
Yes.
You see some figures. They're pretty close. They're not like melee range or anything. But you see. How many do you see? You see 3 humanoid-looking individuals that appear to have bows on their backs. But the other thing you notice is coming out of the mist are lower to the ground, animal-looking creatures. And you quickly realize that they are wolves walking with these individuals. And as the fog is kind of clearing out, you see them pretty quickly plane into view because they kind of get within the range that you can see them clearly. They look to be a few half-elves in a very particular styled armor, and they each have a wolf companion. And Kazu kind of raises a hand to like wave to them, and they spot him, and there's recognition there, and they kind of wave back and continue on their way. They don't stop to chat.
Does the armor look familiar? Because
Yeah.
we've seen a couple particular armor sets back in
So you have seen hunters like this before. You specifically, Dayu. The rest of the party has not. These are lupine eye hunters. They are half-elf rangers from the Amaria Wilds who all have direwolf companions.
Dope. I think the only thing I will do is put my ears down when we pass wolves.
Yeah, they're about as domesticated as a direwolf can be. I'm sure it's a little weird for you to see wolves that aren't trying to attack you. But you've seen these before at a distance. Arguably, you've probably even run into them before while hunting yourself. But they don't seem to pay you any mind at the very least, beyond, like, you know, clocking that you all are here, and moving on. Yep, there is a reddish brown wolf, a white wolf, and just like a standard like gray and white wolf. Yeah. The armor that the lupine eye hunters wear are like dark blue. Not like a navy, more like a kind of like a, like, you know, like slate gray is kind of like a blue gray. It's like that, but darker and a little more saturated. And they've got like different variations of like gray fur that they wear as like kind of like a sash over the armor. And they all have cloaks that are like the same blue color. I forgot to mention the symbology on their armor is like a moon, like a crescent moon that's kind of like the curved part is the bottom and the top is an eye.
Some dope armor.
It's pretty cool.
Damn.
And they were eyeing us, or?
They were passing through the the fog and happened to coincide with your path, and they recognized and acknowledged Kazuhiko. Like, they acknowledged each other. Like, he's obviously familiar with this faction, and they just continued on their way. There was no hey, how are you? None of that. Just hey, we see that you're not hostile. We're moving on. No words exchanged. Yeah, for those of you who are in chat, if you want to keep up on all the fun stuff that's happening, Discord. Join the Discord. Join the Fish Cult Discord. We have snacks. And the Mistlost cast hangs out in there too, so yay. But yeah, that's your event for today. You ran into some cool hunters. See, it's not all chimeras swooping down from the sky, you guys.
This time.
Some of the stuff I have for encounters are cute. Some are neutral. Some are terrifying. Some are weird. You know.
We had a 4 so far. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Main stuff, you know. No biggies.
There's worse things that could happen into a fog, like a mysterious town.
A mysterious town?
Mysterious house.
Yeah.
Mysterious house?
Into a town.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Something like a
Fogs are always falling.
quiet slope.
Yeah?
What's happening?
I don't know.
I'm making a straw joke.
I know you are. Are you making a murder
I'm
house
making
joke? Is that what's happening right now?
Silent Hill jokes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you gonna start making murder house jokes at me? Is that what we're getting at here?
Yeah, I was gonna be quiet.
I just have to
So
look
a
at my
small
Vampire
child
Daddy
standing
shirt.
out.
Home to famous monster trapezoid guy. With a
Love
dumpy,
trapezoid guy.
with a
Trapezoid
cakey dumpy.
He's my favorite.
And some bitch named Cheryl, probably. Lots of mom and dad issues built into the game.
Okay.
I'm calling him Trapezoid Guy from now on.
Is it a pyramid head?
Yes.
Yeah. With a dumpy. Remember, that's very
You
important.
do have a
That's
dump.
canon.
Cakey dumpy.
Wow.
This went off on a thing that I didn't expect.
We're
Yeah.
in the fog.
Alright, let's rein it back in, you guys.
Yeah, we see really cool hunters.
You see really cool hunters, and you continue on through your day. Does anybody ask Kazuhiko about these things? Because Dayu, that information, that lore I just gave you, I told you. None of the rest of you have ever seen Lupine Eye hunters.
I think I would relay it to them after we're a little bit further away.
Yeah.
Just because it's a bit weird to point at people and go, "I know you,
I know
and
these
I know
people.
your kind."
I know what you are.
Very not great. So yeah, I will relay the information when we're a little bit out of earshot, but also not yell into Kazuhiko's ears because we are at ear level. Like, I am mouth to ear level.
Does Dayu ever yell, though?
I want to yell in his ears. That's how you get tinnitus.
I swear.
Satisfying sound of liquid death, sponsor me.
Sin, I think, is just Sin was very tense with the wolves because Sin was those aren't as tame as you hope they are. Those motherfuckers turn on you.
Those motherfuckers.
That's why I put my ears down.
Yeah, that's what Sin was tense the entire time, and then when you're there's a whole cult of them. There's a whole, awful.
We
Did
might
they
run into them in the...
Did they seem hurried?
No.
All right.
We might run into them when we actually go to the Amario Wilds.
Great.
You don't like wolves?
I like wolves just fine. When they are in the wild, where I know how they will act. someone who thinks they can tame a wolf is someone who's probably a little bit arrogant.
I can't argue with that.
They actually raise them from birth.
Oh,
They're not just wolves, they're dire wolves. They tend to be more intelligent, yes.
I mean, I figured they were dire wolves by the size. I'm just saying that even intelligence and loyalty, they're still, just like any person, there's still a chance for something to change.
and I kind of want one.
I could really see you with a big old wolf as your companion.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah. You would like cuddle together and it would make you like look both of you to scale, but really you're both giant. We could make it giant and you giant, and then you could have a giant mount for the giant woman.
You just gotta make sure if we get one, you better watch for it, 'cause I don't want to get eaten.
Same.
Tayu, you're very powerful.
That means nothing if
but
you're sleeping and then the...
Yeah, what am I supposed to do? That thing's faster than me.
We could.
I also meant like, you were able to be persuasive, so if you feed it like you fed Bougie, you probably would be able to have a friend if, it started out being friends with Nikita.
I will say any pet that tries to hurt my friends will not really be a pet anymore.
See, that's reassuring.
DM, does Nikita have any experience with direwolves at all?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Do I remember, like, clearly?
Yeah, I would say. Yeah,
okay.
I would say you definitely do.
All right.
It was, if it's okay to talk about, it was a mixture of wolves and dire wolves. When you were growing up.
Okay.
Ida was actually raised by wolves.
I was gonna make such a joke before, but I wasn't sure if that's like. I wasn't sure if it was a poor taste or not.
I love me some fucking tropes, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in your time before your father found you, yeah, it was a bit of a mixed pack. Looking back, you kind of realize that some of the wolves were a lot bigger than the others. But they all treated you the same. It wasn't really any different.
Can't believe Nikita is Wolf Tarzan.
Nikita's my favorite flavor of wolf.
Yeah.
Is that Dayu or is that Aki?
Yes.
Yes.
Nikita's my favorite flavor of wolf.
Yeah. All right, cool. I feel like yeah, because that's I wanted to make sure that excitement definitely came from like
Yeah, no, it definitely like that. They weren't wolves that you personally recognize, and
right.
The likelihood of any of those wolves being in this region of the world is slim to none. But it's still kind of like felt like family.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Familiarity.
As long as you care for it, it does suggest you can have a wolf.
It has to have a cute name.
I will.
It's Will.
It's true. It's really, really true. So, do you continue on, or are you're walking and talking and having this
Yeah,
conversation?
yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Yeah, we did not
Awesome.
stop.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
no.
It would be impractical to stop.
Yeah.
That's how Silent
I
Hill
mean,
gets you.
you know, so before long, the fog does fade away. It is still like a little bit chillier than it was a couple of days ago because you had 2 days solid of rain, and it's still pretty cloudy. The sun is higher in the sky, and it was exposed long enough to like dissipate the fog, but large clouds are still like rolling kind of lazily across the sky, and so you have long periods of time where the sun is not really out. Kind of intermittent there. But yeah, that's where you're at. It's not Silent Hill looking anymore at this point in time. By midday, that creepy effect is gone, so you no longer have disadvantage on your perception checks for the rest of the day.
I will whisper in not really whisper, but like I'm not speaking loud because I don't want to shout and give this man tinnitus. I'm just gonna.
When does
say,
Dayu ever shout?
I can speak in uppercase.
Okay.
But I'm speaking in lowercase, and I'll tell Kazu, if I'm like heavy, you can put me down. Not in the death way. It's on the floor.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
If you're getting tired, you can put me down, but like not in the dead way.
Oh
Just,
God.
like on the floor.
Yeah, okay. My brain did not process that sentence at all. I'm so sorry. Okay. He kind of looks over his shoulder at you, and says, "No, I'm fine."
Hmm.
Do you want to go down?
I'll proceed to say random shit to him that I see. Like, if you're like, oh, that's a tree. Think that is a rat. Those are weeds. Like, just occasionally as we pass by stuff.
He just kind of, like, you can tell that he's, like, the infinite well of patience. And he points ahead, and you can see the point where you have to turn north a little bit. And he... Excuse me, my God, it's been such a day. He points, and you can see the Gladius River. Do you wanna clean up before we head for the rest of our journey? I saw you were messing with your ears earlier.
You are so... I did not hear a word you said.
Ah! He points to the river ahead of you, and he says, so I know you were messing with your ears earlier. Did you want to make a stop before we head north? And you can see this long, winding river that ends in a rather abrupt, steep waterfall into a massive cavern in the ground, a large rift in the earth.
I'm gonna turn around and to the party and ask so like on like a scale of like one being ill and 10 being fresh, how stinky are y'all?
Stinkier than I'd like to be.
I could use a dip.
Sin sort of like this. I've been grooming every day.
Washing is never bad.
Since I'm on, like I'm being carried by Kazu, I proceed to take a big ass whiff on this man's neck. Does he smell stinky?
He's got a little bit of, sweat about him, a little bit, because one, he's carrying you. It's not like bad though. It smells recent.
And yeah, okay. If some people want to bathe, I would also like to bathe. Nobody got that stank, so it's okay. But we can go bathe if you want. It's a small stop by a river.
It won't take
By a
long.
river.
We'll still get there before nightfall, so we made good time today, despite the shitty weather the last couple of days.
You could also use my brush if you want. Afterwards, I have a hair comb brush.
I have that type of hair. I just have a lot of hair, so it's.
Have you looked at me?
I know you. I know we have the same problem. My one's stacked. My mom is an Angora rabbit, so.
I could help you brush your hair if you want.
Okay. I just have trouble reaching the back. That's all.
Kazu kind of shifts a little bit. I'm gonna put you down now, okay?
See, I told you if I was heavy. And
I
go
did
down.
not say that.
You're carrying me all day.
We're reaching our destination.
Sin walks. Sin does a light smack to Kazuhiko's arm when he sets down Dai, if it's okay. He's like, this boy can carry so many rabbits. I don't know what you're talking about.
You just fucking car memed at me. I cannot. God damn it. He kind of
powerful. He could have carried you all day. Sorry.
I don't think he's as strong as Nikita. Velsia, thank you for the follow.
Her silence is honestly her being nice, not gonna lie.
Yeah, Nikita's strength is 1 point higher than Kazu's. But you're also a big wall of muscle, and he's a stealthy
Hell
boy.
yeah.
I don't think Sin was saying Nikita couldn't carry Dai all day. He's just trying to talk his boy up.
I know. But we're talking about levels of strength in the party, and I just realized your strength and dexterity scores for each other, for Kazu and Nikita, are flipped. He's got 16 strength, 17 dex, and you've got 17 strength, 16 dex.
Hey.
Ah, you're almost twinsies.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I was
God.
gonna say that both me, Mariana, and also Nikita have been biting our tongue this whole walk. I have been wanting to say something just to tease him about the strength and being I could carry him if you need, if it's too hard or something. But I've been good. I've been a good noodle.
Amazing.
But yeah, Kazu lets her down and she starts razzing him, and he's just like, I didn't say you were heavy. I said we're at the river. Do you want me to carry you I'll carry you to the river if you want.
No, it's okay.
What do you want, Dayu?
Oh, fucking no.
Kazuhiko, she's teasing you, buddy. Oh.
Also, and I'll look at him and be like, you don't need to sell him to me. This is kind of mine.
I wasn't selling, I guess. I think I was just trying to improve his confidence.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should wingman him to himself. Or I could wingman him to you. But otherwise, I'm good. I'm sold.
What was that last bit?
I'm good. I'm sold.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
I know things.
Okay.
I will say at this point, Nikita has probably even though she's carrying Aurora very ungracefully, she sets her down really lightly.
you.
You're welcome.
as if she was entitled to this. Just gives you a little cheek kiss on the way down.
Oh my god. You guys are so cute.
Her eyes do kind of like.
We are so
for a
gay,
second.
it's not even funny.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. Oh my god.
I'm just glad that I got a Shrek reference in here, and it wasn't even from me. It was from the rest of y'all. You carried her like how Shrek carries Fiona in the first movie.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Anyway.
Good.
So you reach the Gladius River, and it is it's pretty fast moving, but you move up a little bit and away from the large rift in the earth, which you can see on the map. I did show it on stream, but I'm going to show it again. This giant zigzag here, excuse me, is actually a very large cavern, and this fork of the Gladius River goes directly into it. This rift is known as the Blight Caves. And you don't want to go down there. It's also very near to the Foxden. There's a little bit of vegetation near the rivers and things like that, but no trees or anything like that.
Yeah, Sin is just starting to de-armor as they walk, just like, okay, take his piece off, and like attaching it to his pack. Because God, it takes forever.
No, I'm not gonna do it actually. No, I'm good.
I want to know so bad, but I'm gonna offer the floor to everyone else.
Are
you
we
wanna
taking
know
ships
what?
or?
Yeah, how's that working?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I mean, we had the bathhouse, experience back in Nokudai.
Yeah, but that was like a safe bathhouse. This is a river.
Fair.
Where creatures could steal our things.
I can wait with the stuff first, if you like.
You'll watch us then?
I will watch our stuff.
I'll go with that.
Sorry, Nikita, did you want me to keep an eye on you?
I mean, if something attacks us, I mean, that would make sense.
Alright.
That's the gesture that Sin makes, like when Nikita looks away over to Kazu.
He kind of grins at you, and you get a little fang action.
Lucky.
He'll gather up everybody's stuff and put it all together, and kind of sit it at his feet, and he'll just like sit up on a rock or old stump or something, and kind of keep an eye in the general vicinity of where you guys are. He's not trying to watch y'all bathe.
To which I go, shame, and
So who's going first? I feel like Rev would probably not want to bathe in a river. I feel like that's in character
Probably.
to have her be like, no. You get a little fang action. Yep. Listen.
I think I
You know
think
what I
that if Rev and Kazuhiko are staying behind, Sin would also stay behind just to be like, I'm gonna be a part of this, and just try and vibe while the rest of you have a good time.
I'm debating whether I want to take Smar or not.
Any excuse to take off her clothes, Aurora's taking. So.
I was gonna say I should
Wow.
I should bathe first because someone with many
Aurora
feet
will
of
go
hair.
with you.
Yeah, it takes a while to dry. Unless oil is involved, in which case it dries surprisingly fast. But yeah, I will go first with Aurora.
Okay.
Nikita
When,
joining.
I think I would be joining. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not even the second thought. She's just like, yeah, whatever.
Both Aurora and Nikita get undressed in the same fashion. Just
Mask off and everything? Mask
What?
off
I'm
and
sorry.
everything?
Oh, mask off? Oh shit.
Mask off and everything?
Ooh.
I already saw it with mask off because
Ish.
last time we went to take a bath together.
No. She lifted exactly at that moment. You didn't see shit.
Fucking muted. Who said I closed my eyes, bitch?
She
Mom
sleeps
didn't
with
raise
that
a
thing
bitch.
on.
I feel.
Goddamn.
Oh shit. I think she'll run the risk. I think she's still warming up.
Okay.
Wait, so she
Well-
will take off the mask, or she
No,
won't?
she'll keep it on. She'll keep it on. My bad.
it'll be sweaty under there because of the steam, as Goldrick pointed out. Of Aurora getting in the thin river.
I don't like that.
Oh, it's so cute.
I was gonna have water sound, but I don't like it. Just kidding.
Oh, I
thought
kind of
that was
vibed.
me.
Do you like the vibe?
I was
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm down.
Of course, now I just have to go to the bathroom. Now that I'm hearing the river sound.
Fair.
You all have your bath time. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how gay is this bath? Do you need help washing your hair? Both of you, actually.
We can make a little conga line of the hair washes.
So Aurora's gonna be at the back because her hair is not going in the water.
In theory, Nikita
She's got her
has to
sleeping
be-
scarf on.
Yeah, Nikita has to be in the front because this bitch has to sit.
Yeah, and I feel like also in her hand she'd be like kind of scritching Smar. She took Smar with us.
So Aurora can clean Dai's hair, Dai will clean Nikita's hair, and Nikita will clean Smar's Smar.
Yeah, his whole little body.
And Bougie can hang out up on Aurora's head wrap.
Cute.
I love the idea of Bougie not wanting to be in the water.
Yeah, just like ew.
She's just,
I
I like to
absolutely
imagine like
forced
Aurora
to fall
dunks
off
him
of-
at some point, but that's it.
I think I don't know why my vibe is that Bougie would love a bird bath, but not like big old body of water, you know?
I agree.
Yes.
I imagine if he dunked him, he would look like the way Nala looks from Lion King when she's like when she gets literally dunked in that one scene and she's like
Yeah.
just like looks like
I like picture that Bougie has like little like kind of spine things framing his face, so then now it's like they're all down.
oh,
See, it's perfect.
so cute.
I got what? Oh wait.
I have returned. I'm
Hello.
listening to how gay this is.
Yeah. Queer homosexual. So I think nah, I don't want to actually. I don't actually in theory have a way to do it. Nikita's just too fucking big, so I'm good.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I'm also confused.
Same.
We talking about chat?
Okay, so Bougie would be cool with a bird bath, yeah. This river, not so much. Like, you put him on your little head wrap, and he curls up for a minute until you get, like, deeper into the water, and then he's like, nah, and flies over to land.
And she's like, not even a little dunk. I'll hold you to make sure you don't get swept
Shakes
away.
his head.
Okay.
He like excuse me, my god. He
Hydrate.
Hydrate. Don't
Ow.
dihydrate.
he flitters over and kind of lands on your bag and just curls up on that. Ah,
Now we're all
Everyone's
choking.
drowning.
I'm okay. It
I
almost
spilled
went
water on
down.
myself.
It almost went down the wrong pipe, and then it didn't, and now I'm just fucked up.
Talk about liquid death.
It wasn't that; it was a Slim Jim.
Oh.
Two of us choking, one of us spilling water on themselves.
Mhm. We're falling apart.
messiest hydration break.
Yep. Falling apart. Now the dog's away because he thinks he's gonna get this, but he's not.
So how deep is this river? Are we like on some stony area or something? Like, is it creaky or is it like river?
It's pretty rocky
Mhm.
until you get like closer to the middle. But a lot of the rocks are like smooth river rocks. They're not all jagged.
Okay.
In terms of deepness, like maybe up to your waist right
Okay.
now. Your waist, Nikita. So higher up for everybody else.
No
Gotcha.
shit, I'm drowning. I
Well, it did just rain. It did just rain, so.
So like Nikita's got to be in the water, and Aurora and Dayu are on rocks.
Mhm.
That's fair.
Don't go that far.
Huh.
Don't go that far. I can swim, but I don't like it.
I won't go far. You're fine. Also, you have my hair in your hands. I think I'm kind of anchored.
Okay.
No, you
What?
do not have this. Go away.
Nothing. I said it was very straight of you. Thank you.
Can't.
The
Washing this
absolute,
fucking hair.
the absolute stare down I'm getting right now.
Oh no! Like, how dare you not share the Slim Jim?
It's Tabasco. I can't give him spicy.
Correct.
Actually, because I know, I bet Nikita's hair gets knotted as fuck. I'll take out knots.
Okay.
Yeah, brush that shit
She
out.
does brush it daily.
Yeah, but Smar's, like, that's Smar's home.
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
That's your
yeah.
hair, but that's Smar's home. Like, it's different.
You're right. Ines.
Yeah.
You're right.
Brushing today's knots out.
Like, you can brush, but, like, you know, I'll pull out, like, a stick and be like, oh,
How the fuck?
Where did that come from?
there's a
Wait,
there's a
it's
couple
longer?
dead leaves in there, and it's like, damn, that was last season, you know, like, just, you can't get everything out.
So, Sin, are you not bathing with everyone? Or are you hanging out on the shore with Rev and Kazu?
He's hanging out on the shore with Rev and Kazu.
Okay.
I think like his idea would be like, let's spend more time with Rev, and then when like it's like quiet and like distant, he's like, I'm gonna use the cook pot to make a little bird bath for
Yes.
Bougie, and try not to look like a sad little cat.
Aw. Yeah, you make the little bird bath for Bougie, and he just kind of looks. He dips his little snoot in it, like drinks a little bit. Just kind of like puts a paw in, to test like how deep it is. And then he'll like hop in, like
Oh.
splash around a little bit. Kind of like he doesn't have feathers, but he kind of like does like the dragon equivalent of preening.
Yeah, you gotta like scritch off like the itchy scales that are
and-
falling off.
And just like as quick as it began, he's like out already. he splashes around really quick and hops right out. Like,
Yeah.
okay, that's enough. I'm good.
Sin just like shrugs and looks up at Kazuhiko on the rock and is just like, eager to be home?
I guess about as eager as I can be to go to a place I'm at most of the time. He shrugs. I'm a little indifferent about it, to be honest. I'm more worried about value than anything else, but...
She's got
Yes.
you. And she's got us. You can rely on us, you know.
He nods, but he doesn't really say anything.
Starting to figure out not a lot of people feel about their home the way I do.
I love the Foxden. I don't see myself leaving it forever anytime soon. But as I'm sure you've picked up on, there's a lot of responsibility there, and it's not that I'm not ready for it. I would probably rather be doing other things. But I am the eldest, and so that is my duty.
Yeah. Is it hard having like parents and expectations like that?
A little bit. A little bit.
Gotcha.
Mostly the expectations, not so much the parents' part. It's more, and you'll learn this when we get there, but it's not purely my family that makes decisions for the Foxden. There is a bit of a council that I also need to work with in order to govern. And they are more the problem than anything else.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of councils.
I mean, the Kaligo Shirei did send you here, so...
I have a lot of feelings about the Kaligo Shirei.
I would argue that they are much less problematic than the Elders, but it's a matter of perspective, of course.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not trying to compare our situations, just... No, yeah, I'm just trying to listen. You know?
Yeah.
It's also trying to make sure that we know what we're heading into, because I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, is there anything that you want to warn us about based on the council?
Well... I doubt it will become relevant now that Dayu's here, but... They were... because Dayu was gone for so long and nobody knew where she was. After the mandatory mourning period, I held them off as long as I could, and in the last few months, they have started talking about arranging a different arrangement for me. Obviously, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Even if she wasn't here, I wouldn't want that, but... I don't think... Even if they tried something outrageous, they wouldn't be able to force it on me. I would sooner burn the temple down than allow that.
Well, if it comes to that and need a friend, I have a little bit of knowledge about burning buildings.
I shall have to take you up on that someday if it ever becomes a need.
Yes, me, your ruffian friend who you can blame all your corruption on. Me, I was doing my best. This bad influence, it's in the name.
You know? True.
Yeah. See, there's a smile. And Sin just sort of like does like a little smirk. And it's just like, yeah, it sounded like you were trying to defend yourself to me earlier, and I just want to let you know, people move on, and people don't move on. Your mourning period, your life, whatever you want to do with your responsibilities, your leaderships, like, you don't have to defend them to me. Who the fuck am I? But, like, it sounds like you're struggling a lot.
It's less a matter of defense and more a matter of... I'm still processing all of this. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously she's here and in the flesh and this is real, but... she was gone for me for years. So, it's a great relief. It's a wonderful thing, but it's also a little strange.
Yeah, kind of like getting hit by the cart.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the saying? Getting hit by the cart while you're still reeling from the hoofbeats.
Yes, exactly.
Alright. Well, yeah, you've had, what, 6 days, 7 days? It's not much.
It's not much, but neither is 2 years in the span of a lifetime.
Fair. Hey,
Anyway.
you've got this. And you have an annoying scapegoat at your back. A very tall, formidable warrior. A more than formidable sorceress, you'll come to find. Not sorceress, magic user, because Sin doesn't know shit about magic.
Mm-hmm.
Rev.
And Rev. A league of their own.
Yeah. Listen. Anyone could take on the stars. Yeah. It's funny. It's easy to feel close to someone after traveling in such an awful place. And Sin just sort of points back in general.
So, ladies, do you finish up your bath? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Though I was debating this, but like, we are going to Foxden to resupply, so I feel like they would have bandages. I'd like to bandage my arm, specifically the one with the scar on it, the really big one.
Okay.
Just because, I don't know, I feel like that you would be a little bit more mindful of it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you all get done, and Kazu, looks at Sin and he goes, "Did you want to turn?"
Yes.
Okay.
Goodness. And then Sin just...
Yep. Kazu, very much the same.
Yeah. Just the
So-
lads.
Yep,
into
just the
the
lads
river.
having lad time.
Just a couple of dudes being dudes.
Just a couple of dudes
Two
being
bros.
dudes. Two
Chilling
bros.
Chilling in the river.
So those of you who have not seen Kazuhiko's tattoos before, his back tattoos, he's got rather large, I think it was an image of a dragon on his back. I haven't designed that one yet. All in blue ink, much like his chest tattoo. Yeah, muscles. That's really all I gotta say. Bath time. 10 out of 10, everybody gets a nice show, but including Dayu.
I know what it looks like.
Yeah, I know you know what he looks like.
I'm
Anyway,
happy.
For those of you who don't know what he looks like, you learned today. And there's really no fuss for him. He just does his thing and gets out. He doesn't, like, mess around.
Sin has a soap that he brought.
Is it on a rope?
Fur. It is on a rope. But this is not. But this is because it's camping. It's not because he's an awful soap rope guy. No, because he's gotta like.
Yep.
When he gets out, he like shakes off like.
Not a fan of water.
He likes water. He just doesn't like being wet afterwards. You know, that's sort of like where you're like feel you feel heavy, but like even more because you're covered in fur. You know, he's not a fan.
Yep.
That you can help you with dry off like that. Prestidigitate you dry. Which she'll probably offer because she has to do it with her hair anyways. So.
Actually, Aurora was going to ask Dayu if it worked on hair and would probably have already started drying yours.
Ah, yeah, it does. It works on pretty much anything. Unless you magically cannot be cleaned.
Okay.
That
So
like
it's okay if I try?
Mm-hmm. And you dry my... Oh my god!
Another...
It's the landline. This time you can do my hair, and I can do Nikita's hair.
Oh my god.
And maybe Smar wants it. No, I mean like taking the water out. Not the brushing part. And take it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm fucking done.
No.
Oh my god, you
The
guys.
wetness is important to the detangling process.
Oh,
That is true.
Can I just grab my water bottle and just dump it? Go ahead, go do your thing. I'll take it all out later.
Oh my god.
The river.
Ah. Welcome to Mistlost, everybody. Ah. I think here's a good point for us to take a break while our intrepid heroes get done with their goofy bath time. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Get up, stretch, get yourself a snack, hydrate, or else, and we'll see you in 10.
You're right.
Okay, and we're back. Hello. We're going to say that everyone wrapped up their bath time so that we're not drawing out descriptions of everybody's naked, muscular selves. Feel free to make fan art of that if you want to later. So you all get dressed and get your gear. Nothing untoward happens to your stuff or to the area while you are doing all the stuff you need to do. Excuse me. Look. I'm struggling, you guys. Yes. So, you, continue on your way towards the Foxden. And before, a few more hours of walking pass, the sun is getting a little bit low in the sky, but not to the point of sunset yet, when you see, kind of carved into a lower hillside, is a large opening in the ground. And, Dayu, you recognize this as the entrance to the Foxden.
I've made myself presentable.
Yes, you have. Kazu, before you guys got into visual range of, this area, Kazu definitely, when he got dressed again, made sure that his robe was, straight looking, and, everything was tied correctly, and his bow was on his back, and, cleaned up, brushed out his hair, and put it back up, and all of that. Definitely made an effort to make himself, presentable like he usually looks, again as well, and is absolutely leading up the party as you approach the entrance to the Foxden. Is anybody else doing anything special? No?
Sin has caught the wind when Dayu was getting super presentable.
Mm-hmm.
So like slicked back, you know, like just very like smelling nice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the important bit. And his clothes a little bit at least beaten out before he put his armor back on and everything.
Okay.
One last prestidigitation of Aurora's outfit before they go on.
Okay.
And Nikita's Akita.
Yep. When you get in visual range, it's almost as if they appear out of nowhere. A few different rangers, all fox shifters, but they don't approach you all as though to interrogate you because of who you are with. They essentially kind of descend to the area around the entrance to the Foxden and will actively like kneel for Kazuhiko. And he kind of motions for them to get up and says, "No need to be so formal." "Where's my father?" And one of them will pipe up and say, "Master Kazuo is at the house. Please feel free to head straight there, my lord." "Is everybody else home as well?" "Yes." "Excellent. Keep up the good work." "Thank you all. We will be going now." And he will lead the way. Nobody says anything to you, Dayu. Give me a perception check. Because I know you're going to be looking.
16.
You definitely notice one of the rangers gets a look of recognition on his face when he sees you.
Do a tiny little head bow for politeness.
Mm-hmm. They all depart pretty quickly after he tells them to carry on. So he kind of catches his eye for a second, but he doesn't, like, he'll, like, kind of nod to you a little bit before continuing on. So you all are going to the Foxden, so we're gonna have everybody travel there. Actually, I will share that on the screen here so everyone can see. So, oh man, you guys are super tiny because you're on a different map. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. So small.
So little.
All significantly larger than you were. I don't really have a token for Kazu, but actually I might even make you a little bit larger, even still. There you go, that's probably more accurate to scale. So you are, you're in the Foxden. You are officially here. It is an underground town. It is a little bit larger than what this map implies. There are a few other buildings that are not pictured here, but, yeah, welcome. Welcome to your new destination, everybody. Still feel like you're too tiny. There we go. That's a little better. So yeah, you can. Feels like Zelda a bit good. That's some of the inspiration for Mistlost. So there you go. Are you just like? Can you not move?
Oh, you can.
Oh, okay. You were like moving back and forth a lot, so I was like,
Oh.
are you stuck?
I just like no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can move the mouse like left.
We were
and
just
right.
signaling.
You guys are so funny.
It's just funny.
They're just goofing. They're just goofing, everybody. But yes, so yeah, this is where you're at. You are in Foxden. I really should make a token for Kazuhiko.
That'd be really cute.
He's been traveling with you long enough that it's overdue, arguably. But yeah, that's where you are. That's where you're at.
And the people have already scattered, you said at this point?
The rangers that were guarding the entrance have scattered, yes.
Mm.
So there's not going to be tokens for these people out and about, mainly because I didn't think to do that, and now I'm realizing I should have. But there are definitely people milling about, kind of all over the place. Fox shifters, all of them.
I feel like although Nikita knows that Dayu feels, safe in this environment, I feel like she would still maybe take a side of hers, like on the side to like kind of block the view from like the populace to like her face, just because she's voiced her concern on like being perceived after all this time kind of thing. So I feel like she would kind of like just like maybe stay on her right or something while they're walking in. Kind of block.
Also, no, Dayu hella anxious. Her ears like this.
Mm.
Where they're trying to stay up, but they're also drooping a bit down. Still got that freaking mob looking face though, just dead.
Mm-hmm.
No.
As you guys are kind of walking in and people are obviously noticing Kazuhiko, he kind of looks back to you to make sure that you're okay.
The tiniest of thumbs ups.
He looks concerned. He's not happy that you're not happy. But he will lead the way and kind of take you all through the city, well, not city, the town proper. So you can see that there's a bunch of houses here, and some have little gardens. There seems to be like a hunter shack here that's got like a variety of pelts and leathers that are tanning on racks. And it's important to note this place is underground, but there are kind of like gaps in the ground above, so that sunlight does still get through in some patches, in some areas, which is why there is some greenery down here. Plus the ambient light from the entrance kind of helps with that as well. So there are some like gardens and things in some of the buildings here. So it's not all cave, it's not all dirt and mud and rock and things like that. It's got a little bit of variety. But yeah, there's a lot of houses, there's a couple of shops. Nothing spectacular in terms of like shopping, because this isn't a city. This is like a community of like Kazuhiko's family and the families that serve under him. So it's not even what you would call a proper town. It's not on the map as a town, but people know of it and know where it is.
Sin would ask if they're, like, I see like a leather worker there. Is there like a tailor here?
Not a tailor, but if you need clothing repaired or something like that, I can think of a few people who could help you.
Oh no, it's just, well, I made this friend and they gave me a bolt of shift weave, and honestly, it's been more trouble than anything. Because you can't really do anything if it's not like tailored.
Shift weave, that's quite rare.
Yeah. We're a very friendly fellow.
You could sell that in a city for quite a lot of money if you like, if you don't want to carry it around.
Ooh. See? That's why I like you.
But if you wanted to have it made into something, especially because it is magic, you would probably want to see a particular type of seamstress for that.
Yeah. Probably not a leather worker.
Hallowgate more than likely has at least one such seamstress.
Yeah.
Sarah Bay City would as well.
Sounds good. And also probably, like, if anything, one of the magicians in the college?
The college?
That's at the Hollowgate, right? Sorcerer's School?
College?
Victor doesn't remember. But there's a magic college or school.
In Fouchus.
In Fouchus, never
Yes,
mind.
the neighboring country to Southmore, to the west.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. No. We're gonna X that out because yeah, Sin would have remembered.
He kind of nods a little bit. There's definitely resources out there for you.
Yeah, and so, like, what are we doing now? We're here now. Like, what are we doing now?
Right now, we are heading to my home.
Okay, cool.
And as you say that, you're kind of walking through the area here around this hunter kind of lodge-looking building. And you reach the gate of the only house in the vicinity that has walls around it. And you see Dayu, a very familiar sight. It is Kazuhiko's home. It is also the largest building in the area. There is a large flowering tree with pink flowers all throughout it. You are also very familiar with that scene as well. Nothing really has changed about this home since you have been here last.
Save that as a mental note for later. So yeah, Kazu will kind of walk up to the gate, and you'll see that there is a young individual sitting up on top of the wall. A young, kind of similarly red-haired fox shifter. Looks to be about 10 years old. A young boy. Kind of looking down at all of you. I'll say, Dayu, you clock that, and anybody who has a passive perception 15 or higher. So that would be Revelation, Dayu, and Kazuhiko. They would be the only ones who would notice this young child sitting up on the wall. He's got kind of like a little bit of like a bowl cut, and like he's got little fox ears and no tail that you can see. But he's just kind of leaning over, and when Kazu looks up at him, he goes, "Hey, big bro. Mom and Dad are waiting in the study." And he kind of hops down onto the side of the gate that you all are on. "Who are your friends?" And he kind of looks. He's looking up at Sin. Wow.
Sin does the most ridiculous
bow. Like not, it's not making fun of everyone, but you know that it's almost clownish, right? And is just like, young lord. Before chuckling, he's just like, my name is Sinark. I'm a traveler from Okurai.
Okurai, that's... People don't go there.
I'll tell you that a lot of people do. A lot. Enough.
I did.
Kind of squints at you. Cool. He points at Aurora. How come your head's on fire?
Cause I'm part fire.
Whoa.
I also came from Okurai. That's where I'm from.
He
I
like
guess you're
looks
from
around
here.
at all of you. What? Kazuhiko kind of cuts in at this point and kind of like ruffles his hair. And he's like, hey! Go inside, please. We'll answer your questions when everybody is sitting down and having tea. Okay, Kazu. And he kind of like stomps. He opens up the gate and just kind of stomps inside. He's like sulking.
Sin's in love. Sin is missing Tani so bad right now. There is a very homesick look on his face right now.
Kazuhiko kind of like pipes up after the young boy kind of walks away, and he goes, "That is Hikaru. He is my youngest sibling."
Sweet kid.
Little rambunctious, but yes, very much so. Shall we? And he kind of opens the gate a little further for you all.
Aurora is apprehensive, but she'll head in.
So you all walk into the courtyard, and we'll switch back over to the RP view. And Aurora, this is a nice house. Like it's very finely built. Obviously, his family also has money. So if you weren't impressed with Kazu before, maybe you're at least a little impressed by his house.
Definitely impressed by his house. Feel like she's understanding
See,
the vibes.
I made the differentiation there on purpose.
I feel like she's understanding the vibe a little bit more, and is maybe a bit more somber than on their way here, coming into this space.
He kind of leads you all to like the front porch area, up to the doors. That he kind of rolls his eyes when he realizes that Hikaru left them open. He just kind of nothing changes here, and will allow the rest of the party to go in ahead of him, but he stops Dayu before she goes in and says, "Are you gonna be all right?"
Did we lose you?
No, she's still here. Did you hear me?
Nope.
Oh, okay, now I can hear you.
We heard Anne says, and then silence.
Are you going to be okay?
You want a very direct answer, or would you like an appropriate answer?
He just shakes his head a little bit and holds his hand out to you.
I will take it. I grip it a little too hard and then go, oh wait, and then like lighten up like that.
You're going to be fine. I know it's scary, but it'll be all right. And he'll walk in holding your hand.
I go.
And
He apparently has like 16 strength, and I'm like, damn.
he will also make sure once you both step inside to close the door because apparently his brother is incapable. So he kind of, pushes past the rest of you with Dayu in tow, and leads you all to like a front room area. Noir, thank you for the raid with a party of 10. Sweet beans, welcome in. I think my mod is still away. Nope, she's here. Can I get a shout out for Noir? I hope you had a good stream. What were you streaming? I hope it was good stuff. Oh, Nori. I was reading it as Noir. I'm so sorry. You're playing D&D. That sounds great. That's what we're doing. Welcome everybody. For those of you who you play D&D on a tabletop, that's awesome. Wish I could do that. Well, welcome on in. Enjoy. Thank you for coming here and trusting us with your community. Really quickly, before we get back to the scene, just to explain to everybody who just came in, the party has just gotten done traveling across quite a large swath of land to get to this town known as the Foxden. And they have arrived at the home of the NPC that is traveling with them. His name is Kazuhiko, and he is a lord of the Foxden. Thank you so much for all the follows. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so the party is now nervously getting ready to meet Kazuhiko's family. What is the average party level? Everybody's level 4.
We're babies.
Yes. You can see all the information for the players on the screen. Okay. So Kazuhiko kind of pushes with Dayu in tow to the head of the group and leads you all to a like a sitting room, a large sitting room. And you can see there is imagine like traditional kind of Japanese style clothing, so like kimono-esque type situations. I don't know the names for all the things, so I'm not gonna try to butcher it. But you see a very distinguished looking older man who looks very much like Kazuhiko, but with short hair, and a woman with a silver fox woman with very, very long hair that's kind of pinned back into like half bun, half down kind of style. And you recognize, Dayu, these people as Lord Kazuo Redfang and Lady Suzume Redfang, Kazuhiko's parents. And they are sitting at the table having some tea. And Lord Kazuo immediately gets up upon seeing everyone, and about like halfway getting out of his seat when he sees you, Dayu, and just shock on his face. And like kind of hesitates like mid getting up and then sits back down like Hi. Dayu.
Oh, hi. Just forget fucking 20 years of etiquette gone for like 2 seconds. And I'll bow a little bit.
He kind of gathers himself, clearly not quite as serious as Kazuhiko is. And he gets up, Suzume gets up, and Suzume like walks over to you. Like she fucking books it over to you. And she just, how are you doing? It's been, little shocked, but glad to see that you are here and well, I take it. My dear?
Yes. How have you been?
She just kind of blinks a little bit. We've been as well as we can be. She just kind of, like, she looks like she, like, wants to take your hands, but then she sees that you're holding Kazuhiko's hand, and she kind of smiles a little bit, because she's happy to see that. And Lord Kazuo is kind of standing off to the side, like very confused. Perhaps we should all, and he notices the rest of the party now at this point, perhaps we should all sit down and have a little talk. And Kazuhiko will pipe up at this point and say, yes, we should. And we've been traveling for days, so I'm sure we could all use a little bit of rest, and tea sounds very good. And he kind of looks over to, like, one of the servants in the room and kind of, like, would you please bring us more? And they'll nod and, like, scurry off. And they will kind of scramble to get more settings at the table. They were really only expecting Kazuhiko to allow you all to sit down. It's like typical tatami mat type flooring, so it's comfortable to sit on. But you all are able to seat yourselves at around this table. It's a little bit much in terms of people to table ratio, but you make it work. Kazuhiko does not let go of your hand unless you want him to.
Nope. Nope. You might have to, I don't know, get that checked out later, because I think I'm gripping him with, like, the gorilla grip of that fucking glue when that girl glued, like, her fingers to her forehead.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's what's happening right now.
Okay. So he stone face, just lets it happen, does not complain. He's just putting up with it. So he, I would say Suzume speaks up faster than Kazuo does. And she says, so, if I may ask, it's wonderful to see you. I'm very glad to see that you are here. 20 sides to every story. Thank you so much for the raid. 17 sweet beans. Welcome in, my friend. It is good to see you. For the folks who are just coming in and for the raiders that just came in from Nori's stream, you can see the names of who is playing what on the stream. So if you look at the videos, you can see everybody's character names and classes and pronouns, and you can also see the players' ats and their pronouns as well. So you can see all that information there, and you can also see that in the panels at the bottom of the stream as well. Hope that helps. Welcome in, raiders. So Suzume kind of looks at you and says, so it's wonderful to see that you are here. I'm thrilled personally, if a bit shocked. Where have you been these last 2 years?
I fled to the Vale, so I have been there for a while.
We thought you were lost in the attack, but it's wonderful to see that that is not the case. It's just, why did you not reach out? Your family believes you to be dead.
Well, my sister died. And I am still not sure how much of the borough is left. And I kind of thought a lot of people also died. And I'm kind of trying to avoid that to not.
Ah.
Mm.
Well, the
Sin
borough.
coughs. Sin coughs to try and like draw attention so Dayu can like not feel the heat if possible.
Well, that's she just kind of nods. She doesn't say anything to like judge you or anything like that. She just wants to understand, and she just kind of nods and says, "Well, if you would like news of the borough, we can help you with that when you feel comfortable. If you feel comfortable."
Oh, you're fading. You're fading. Your voice is gone.
Ah! I hate this thing. I'm getting a new
The
mic.
pain of talking in lowercase.
I know. She says, if you would like information when you are ready, when you are comfortable, we can provide that to you. I don't want to overwhelm you. Obviously this is overwhelming for all of us. But it is good to see you alive and well. And she is obviously like glancing between like you and Kazuhiko and sees that you guys are holding hands, and it's just like she is pleased to see this. It is clear that she is happy to see this.
And your mom ships it, like.
Yeah. And who are your friends? And she kind of, looks to everyone. I apologize. It's a lot all at once.
Do you, I looked up the party, but like, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Aurora. I'm from Okurai, where Dayu also was. Aurora Incineratus. If you know anything about the Vale.
We do.
What is it? Nikita, I guess.
Nikita Ayaga, originally from Lycia-ish, and they've been living in the Vale and working with the Vale Guard there.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. Nice to meet you as well.
Snark. I'm also from the Vale. We are out here at the behest of the Kalioshire to do a wellness check on the other druidic temples.
I see. Interesting. Nice to meet you as well. And then Rev will introduce himself.
I'm Rev. What are your secrets?
We need to clip that for Alyssa.
Drag them. Wow.
Oh boy, you just read them live on TV for the whole nation to see.
They're not even here to spend themselves. Nothing.
So Rev introduces themselves however they choose, and and they exchange pleasantries and all of that. And Suzume will say, "I am Suzume Redfang. I am Kazuhiko's mother and Lord Kazuo."
You're fading.
Lord Kazuo. I am so close to my microphone. But she introduces herself and also Lord Kazuo as Kazuhiko's parents.
Lovely to meet you. We really appreciate being allowed into your very beautiful home, and kind of like glances at Kazuhiko.
You got a good
Very
boy.
welcoming.
You got a good boy.
Got a good boy.
Wow.
That's what you say to parents, right?
Suzume,
Got a good boy.
Suzume will nod and say, yes, I do. I'm glad to see that he is showing himself well to his new friends. And she kind of glances over at him. It is good to see you home, my lord. Are you here to address the council, finally? He kind of makes a little bit of a face and his ears flatten. I can certainly take care of that, but we are here for another purpose. We're here to resupply and then head south. I will be guiding them to the southern point. Oh. Suzume says, you're going to be traveling together, are you? I suppose you're due for a nice trek. It's been a while since you've been on a proper hunt. I'm sure I could make excuses to the right people. She kind of smiles at you, or at him. She also is like looking over at Dayu. Like she knows why he's going off on an adventure.
Tiny thumbs up, like like I sneak it. With my free hand. And I put it back down.
This is the point where Kazu kind of grips your hand a little bit, like, ugh. And he will nod and say, I don't think I necessarily need excuses, but that's fine. Thank you, Mother. Appreciate it. This tea is good, he says, trying to change the subject.
You have a lovely home.
Tea. Thank you. We built it ourselves.
Can I just cut into vibe check the intent from mom's side? If Aurora feels like that was like a encouraging, go off and have fun, or more of a judgmental, you should be following your responsibilities kind of talk.
Give me an insight check.
Okay. What's my insight? 15.
I would say she is supportive of this. She seems to be the parent who wants him to go off and have life experiences rather than be here. Like, you can see both of his parents are in good health. They're in good working order. They don't appear to be in very much need of retiring. They're not that old. Or at least they don't appear to be old. So the vibe you're getting from her is, please go on adventures while you're young. Go have fun.
Okay, noting this with a little bit of jealousy.
Oh no!
Now, if you wanted to read what Dad is looking like right now in the midst of this conversation, you could do that too, but it would require a separate check.
Then yeah, I would say, because now she's feeling some type of ways about it. Okay. On my second check, I roll only an 8.
You can't quite get a read on Dad. Lord Kazuo is looking like a little. Now you can kind of see where Kazuhiko gets the stone face from. He's just kind of impassively watching. He doesn't look happy or unhappy during this conversation. He looks very neutral.
Rora's going to interpret that as unhappy until she sees otherwise.
Given your family dynamic in this game, it makes sense. Yeah, so I would say, like, while you're all sitting there, Nikita, you realize Smar is not with you.
Huh?
Do you look
She
around?
instantly, yeah, she's gonna look around, pat herself, like, where'd he go?
Give me perception with advantage.
That's my son. 20 and 6.
You catch a little movement on the other side of the room, and what you see is Hikaru, and he is holding Smar He's just kind of like giving him little scritches.
She
this little fox boy. He's just playing with Smar.
She goes from like high stress to just a little more relaxed, just because like it's a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like 10 years old. He's young. He's a youngin'. He's a youngin'. You hear some movement in the hallway, and a young woman, maybe about 15 years old, has long white hair that is braided and kind of pulled back, and she's wearing I wouldn't say it's like a robe or a kimono or anything. It's like a simple dress, but it is pale pink like the flowers outside. And she just kind of peeks in the room. She just kind of leans like, what's going on in here? And she goes, oh, Kazu, you're home. She scampers over immediately and like slides across the floor to like squeeze in between him and Dayu. And she looks up and sees Dayu and she goes, oh, you're back! We thought you were gone. This is Sayuri. She's 15.
I go, the feeling is mutual. Or was mutual.
Well, it's good to see you. And she looks up at Kazu. Kazu, are you gonna take me shopping? I want to go shopping. Can we go to Blackade? And he looks at his parents and looks at her, and I see the news didn't reach you yet.
Sin looks very uncomfortable.
Sayuri,
with the energy in the studio today.
Yeah, he will say, Sayuri, could you go find your brother. Go find Kenta, please. And bring him here. And she kind of squints, and she goes, you just don't want me to know what you have to talk about, huh? And he goes, very perceptive, and I will tell you later. Fine! She gets up, brushes off her dress, says, fine, I'll go find Kenta. He's probably hiding in the forest. And just kind of leaves. She's pouting, obviously. Meanwhile, Hikaru is on the other side of the room. He's just like, what a cute little guy. And he's like skirting him.
I feel like if it's alright to move, I guess, in this situation.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. I feel like she's not gonna try to look like a over-looming creature over, like, this kid. But she's gonna look at him, like, get close, and just be like, just be careful with him.
Oh. Okay. I found him. He was walking around.
His name is Smar.
Smar.
He is my friend.
Can he be my friend too?
Smar has many friends, but he does live in my hair, so.
Well, I'll make sure he gets back to you before you leave, okay?
Okay. And I also kind of like look at Smar, just be like, like points at her hair.
He just kind of looks up at you, and you realize that there's little crumbs on his face.
I love him.
Somebody got a snack. That's why he's playing with this young boy. Somebody got a cookie or something.
I love it.
You know that children's book where it's like the cookie and the mouse? That's Smart right now.
So cute. Well, just be careful and just
for the folks at home, this is what Smart looks like.
Little babe.
Little baby. Little flying squirrel baby.
He's baby.
He's little tiny baby.
Every time I see him. And then I just imagine crumbs on his face, and I'm like, "You're perfect."
He's got little like cracker or cookie crumbs all over his face. Like he obviously stole something from the kitchen to feed this little rodent. This is just what's happening right now. So enjoy the animal cuteness for the folks at home. So That's what smart looks like.
I feel like Nikita would kind of step back after that and just kind of like try to re-engage with the rest of the room, but just keep an eye on baby.
But yeah, so after that happens, Kazuhiko kind of like, you see like his ears perk because he's listening to see if somebody is lurking in the hallway. Obviously Hikaru is too engrossed in playing with Smar, but he will still lower his voice and say, I have grave news regarding Blackade. And he will explain what happened while you all were there. The fact that the town has fallen, the attack from the strange festering creatures, the rider, and will also explain that much of the city has burned down. And also that he left the retinue that he had with him in Blackade to help the survivors, and will explain that he had hoped that they might end up beating them here back to the Foxden to share the news. But obviously timing did not work out that way. And the mood in the room changes from, cheerful and all of that. Clearly his parents are pleased to see Dayu. They don't feel any kind of particular way negatively about it. They're clearly very happy to see her. But when all this news drops on them, the mood in the room changes completely. And his father will speak up, Lord Kazuo will speak up and say, this is grave news indeed. I will send word to see if we should send more people over there to help rebuild. Yes, Aurora? Give your hand up.
A question from Charmy above
Yes.
table. Is there anything that Kazuhiko shared from before he met up with us that we didn't already know about? Like anything that he saw in terms of the amount of destruction that was ongoing?
The attack?
Yeah.
No, while the attack was happening, like, he did indicate to you that it was happening all over, and you quickly realized that in the moment. But in terms of, like, before the attack, excuse me, he did not, I believe this was, I don't remember if this was actively touched upon or not, but he did not see it. Like, this was a surprise attack on the town. This is not something that he saw signs of ahead of time or anything like that.
Cool.
Everybody was caught off guard. If they were expecting it, the city might not have been destroyed. I keep saying city, but really it's a town. But yeah. So the mood gets very, it's definitely brought down by this news. Lord Kazuo, explains, this is grave, this is bad. We'll send word. We'll, put things into motion and get them taken care of, and see if anything is needed from us. Just kind of shakes his head. It's terrible. And it was the same monsters as the ones that attacked the burrow.
Yeah. Some different ones. Mm-hmm.
That is strange.
The one that I killed looked like a snake, like a giant snake.
You managed to fell one.
Yes, with everyone's help, especially Dayu.
They nod approvingly, especially when you mentioned Dayu. See. Well, it's good that you were able to escape unharmed, clearly. None of you appear to be injured.
There's glances in Nikita's direction.
Might not have made it all the way if it were not for Dayu. And, of course, the whole party, but...
Yes,
it was
she woke us
intense.
up.
Yes.
What was that, Aurora? I didn't quite hear.
She woke us up.
Oh. Kazuhiko will kind of... she is quite the proficient healer and is very good at what she does. But you already knew that. He kind of smiles at his parents. Is there room for us to stay anywhere if we need to stay after we resupply? And his mother will nod. Of course, absolutely. You could stay here if you wanted to. I'm sure one of the other homes has an extra room if need be. And you realize that they don't have an inn here because it's a small family community. They don't have all the amenities of a regular town. But we'll figure something out. I mean, we could arguably move some furniture around and you could stay in here if you wanted to. I imagine you're not staying long. You said it was a resupply. And he'll nod. Probably for a night at the most. And he looks at everybody else, right? We want to make haste, I assume.
Our mission for the Kaligoshire is urgent. It'll have us traveling all around the continent.
They nod. All right. That's fine.
We will also need some better, way better traveling clothes for, and I just gesture to the two sparkliest bitches in the room. One is on fire.
Okay, clothes is a little bit far, but I would appreciate some different footwear. I didn't really understand what a bog was, so and then she just gestures at her beautiful boots.
She comes from a very prestigious family. It's a very big journey we're doing, so some of us are a little less prepared. I will also need those really big boots for the bog. Like Daisy just goes down at the not the aspect of the bog, but the aspect of wearing shoes.
Mm-hmm. We can certainly get those. We can certainly get something for you. You said you were of the Incineratus clan.
Yes.
Interesting.
My mother is the second in command of the...
They nod, they know. They don't cut you off when you say it, but they're nodding because they obviously know.
Great. She's kind of like sounds a little bit embarrassed as she's saying it and then like trails off and like looks at Dayu like...
It's okay, you haven't had to do this in a while. Introduce yourself, I mean.
Yes. Yes, usually people know who I am, where I go, or, you know, somebody precedes me. Anyway, we were talking about something else.
You're free to get supplies if there's anything special you need that you cannot find on your own. Let us know and we'll help. I mean, I'm sure Kazuhiko will be helping you, so you likely won't need our help. But you should be able to trade. The shops here should have what you need.
Is there anything you need? You're providing us aid, a place to stay. We're very grateful to Kazuhiko for being our guide on this. Is there anything that we can provide for you?
You have already provided it, my dear. She looks over at Dayu.
She is a very wonderful thing to provide.
You have brought us good news. And bad news in equal measure, but the bad news is not your fault. It is the good news that counts.
I feel like at the terminology provided, Nikita is gonna be a little confused, and she's gonna like lean over a little bit to Aurora and be like, "She's staying with us, though, right? Provide. She's not staying here. It just sounds like we turned her in."
Dayu, no way. She's half of the guide. I bet he wouldn't even stick around if she was staying here.
It just sounded like we're keeping her in the group, yes?
I think it's more that they want to keep her in the family.
Ah.
So maybe not an immediate keeping, but maybe a future one, if you know what I mean.
Oh, right.
That's what marriage is. You kind of
right. Yeah, I know families. That much. I think it's. Thank you. Yes, it was words. Sorry. You just like stand up straight.
I love Nikita so much. Oh.
It's also not necessary.
This Herbo can fit so much awkwardness.
This Herbo slap.
Herbo forever.
It's the car meme episode.
I will say as many car memes as possible.
Thank you.
Of course.
I would say Kazuo kind of clears his throat a little bit, and he looks to the rest of you and says, by now you guys have finished your tea, I'll say at this point. Like, you've been here for a little bit. And he will say, if the rest of you could give us a moment, that would be most appreciated.
If you could point us to someone that sells alcohol, I would love to visit them.
Or tea?
They'll give you directions to where you can obtain some alcohol. There is a tavern. There is a tavern. It doesn't have rooms per se, but there is a place that you can go drink. And I see we got a fortune teller's favor the bold. I feel like that's cheating when it's your mod and you know she's got like a bazillion million points, but you know what? I'll take it. Thank you so much, Spectre Faye. We're going to roll some dice real quick to see what wondrous,
it is
super fun magical item Nikita gets.
Woohoo!
20. Did we do this one already? Ooh, no, we did not. Okay. We will get to that. Maybe next session.
Okay.
Sin does look at Dayu first to sort of give a look like, are you gonna be okay?
I give you a... I give you a strong nod, but like because I'm turning to you, you can see my free hand does this, like a little one of those maybes, like 50-50s.
When? Okay.
Oh, actually, what I was gonna do is I don't know. Okay, out of character, not sure who got addressed actually, so I would probably like speak up and be like, "Should I be here for this, or would you rather have a word in private?"
We would like to speak to both you and Kazuhiko, please, if you don't mind.
Mhm. That's fine. And I turn to Sid, and I just give him a nod. I like close my eyes and I give him a nod. I've accepted my fate.
I think when you do that, Sin's like, oh, I almost forgot. And he takes out a little glass jar, which he would have put wildflowers in while they traveled.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to hand it over to Dayu, and is just going to be like, we're trading later.
I knew I should have picked up river rocks. Thank you.
And he just winks and will head out with Nikita and Aurora and Rev, who is probably going to just sneak back as a spider or something.
So as the party departs, leaving you, Dayu, and Kazuhiko with his parents, I'll say on the way out, Hikaru kind of runs up to Nikita and gives Smar back.
Thank you.
And says, "That was fun. I gave him a cookie," and then runs away.
Thank you for feeding
down the
him.
hall.
She'll keep holding him.
So you guys are definitely alone in the room with his parents, and we can have this conversation on screen if you want to. Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the Skype call, and they're looking at me with look at their faces. Look at their faces. What the fuck is this? Okay, yeah, I'm okay with having it on call. They can know out of character, but they won't know in character, and that's what matters.
They will not know in character, and Rev is not here, therefore not allowed to turn into a spider and listen in on this conversation.
No scoop.
I'm magically cock blocking that one.
Sin will literally cock block by next episode, asking Rev to go on a date in the town, because it did say that last game.
You did
I have
say
something
that.
really bad to say. Can I say it?
Oh no.
As long as it doesn't get me banned, sure.
I hope not, but any cock coming from you, Mandy, has to be good.
Wow!
Oh my god.
And that's it for this week's episode. We're gonna we'll
Flip
see you
it.
in 2 weeks.
Flip it.
That's fucking hysterical. I'm dead. Yes. So, you. Wow, you guys. And we drink. I'm out of drinks. I don't have anything left.
Yeah, I'm also out of water.
Yes, next week is a skip week. Next week is a skip week. Because it's nice to have a night off occasionally, like we usually do. And I'll be releasing the schedule for July to everyone pretty soon. That'll be up on Twitch. While we're talking about it, I'm just gonna do a little schedule command. You can see the schedule for upcoming games there. The schedule for both Dungeons and Dinglings, which I have an announcement about that coming soon, and also for Mistlost. So, back to the scene before Akino is allowed to make any more jokes about things and stuff. The levels of gay are so high today, and I'm here for it. But Kazuo kind of looks to the two of you. Suzume, she's just been like pretty much default smiling this whole time. She's very happy to see this. But Lord Kazuo just kind of, he looks over to Suzume. Darling, do you want to I think we're of the same mind here, but would you like to? And she goes, yes, I would. No pressure, and no need to answer. But I don't know if Kazuhiko has told you or not, but because of the amount of time you were gone and nobody knowing where you were, we were beginning to evaluate options for Kazuhiko, given that he is next in line. So, while you are on your travels, perhaps consider if you would like to continue the prior arrangement. I'm not asking you for an answer. It would be cruel to expect something like that immediately. But I want you to know that we will support it if you wish to continue.
Well, firstly, thank you. That's a lot of pressure off. Secondly, I mean, yes, but, only if, and I gesture to their son, only if he's okay with it. I still have to settle things back home. And then there is this quest that I have been asked to do. And then I also have to settle things with the temple. I have stayed with the Temple of Luna Seren for the past 2 years.
Oh.
So, though I don't think I have not been a very good moon priestess. I have been a very funny one, though. I don't think they would be too upset.
Likely not. Your deity is also that of the trickster variety, so if anything, they might find it funny. She smiles at you. Of course, whatever you need, just, if you could, after you give it some thought and take care of your business, let us know. I know the council, and she kind of rolls her eyes a little bit, is eager to marry him off to someone else, but none of us ever were. And she looks to Kazuhiko. Obviously, it is something you would need to think about as well. And perhaps you can do that on your travels. Are you simply traveling together to the southern point, or is he joining you on your quest?
That was what I was about to ask, if I could borrow him for that long.
I mean, if you go traveling quite far away, the council can't very well stop him, can they? Kazuhiko kinda...
I mean, they could bicker about it, but they always bicker anyway, so that means nothing's gonna change. I'm sorry, I've gotten very bitter for the past 2 years.
Fair enough. I think I am too at this point. She kind of grins. And her fangs are even sharper than Kazu's. She kind of leans back a little bit, stretches, like she was like the picture of ladylikeness in front of everybody else, but she just kind of relaxes now and she says, "You know, we're probably going to change some things in terms of governance here, and it might be easier for us to make swift changes if perhaps the young lord couldn't take it anymore and decided to go away on an adventure because of the mismanagement of the elders. Wouldn't that be a delicious story?
I could also kidnap him.
Oh, what a scandal. Excellent.
We're talking about this. And there's like 2 other people in the room. We're like, yeah, let's make plans.
Yep. Kazuhiko kind of nods. He goes, you know what? I like this plan. He looks to you, Dayu, and he says, perhaps we'll talk about it when we get to the necropolis and decide if you still need my help at that point, but what is it the knights say in that play that they do in Fauchus? My sword is yours.
Oh, we were thinking of different plays. I thought you were gonna say something like Green Lantern's light, but that's okay. This works too.
Well.
Also, no, I think we will need help. Respectfully, did you see how 2 of them dressed? They are very, very sharp dressers. Very nice.
How is it, now that your friend's not here, maybe I can ask you this. How is it that a member of the illustrious Incineratus clan does not know how to travel or dress when traveling? How does she not know what a bog is? Has she not done her service in the Veil Guard?
I don't think so. But she is a very, very strong magic user. So I think things are a bit different for her.
Unusual.
I have impressed it because I value space. And I hope when I say that, I hope Jennifer hears that, goes to the party and kicks them each in the ankle, and then comes back.
Yeah, no, they're gone. They're out of the building at this point.
I'll sick me, after them, but that's fine.
Sin has never crept on anybody.
I will say Nikita's holding her ears closed, like shut.
Yeah, no, you guys are gone. You're out the building.
Yeah, Aurora would have listened if it would have been convenient, would not have pressed. So definitely prefers alcohol right now.
Yeah. And she just kind of, if she's a magic user, that's not normal for that clan. Interesting.
I'm sorry, I was muted. It's not.
No. All of the members of the Incineratus clan are warriors.
This explains some things.
Well,
What was that?
if you could convince her to wear proper clothing, that way you and Kazuhiko won't have to save her from drowning in the bogs. That would definitely slow down your travel times.
I also have to convince my other friend who wears a lot of
White?
theirs, and that's such a bad color choice for here. And it's, again, not even a dig at fashion, it's a dig at survival and the fact that we walked in rain and mud. And they also wear heels, I think.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't.
Well, it will certainly make things harder to do on the way. Hopefully they can learn to put their vanity aside to get things done. It is possible to do both.
Out of character. Fucking love this woman.
She is sassy. She is also a little bit different from Lord Kazuo and also Kazuhiko. She's got a lot of tails. She doesn't just have one.
Out of character. Your mom's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Back in character.
I'll have to do art for her sometime. Many-tailed mommy, yes. You know that for Hot Mom, you know that for I love that meme so much. That's my favorite Dingalings meme other than Dingalingaling. You know that for a fox shifter to have multiple tails, they have to be quite powerful.
The mom carries. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yep. Of course she does.
Out of character, because I actually don't know how many fucking kids do they have? Did they just not stop?
There is Kazuhiko, the oldest. Then there is who is not present, Shizuka. She's in Faucha. She's 20, so she's a couple years younger than Kazuhiko. Then there's Kenta, who you have not seen today. He's 19. Sayuri is 15. You met her, and then Hikaru is 10.
They're not expecting that much, right? Like,
I mean, you are a bunny, so.
I'm a bunny. Yeah, no. And I'm a twin. So, I mean.
Monty's just losing her shit.
Has 4. No effort. Like, come on. 2 sets of twins are golden.
Listen, well, I mean, exactly.
I don't want to kill him.
No, it's you who has to do all the work.
I know. I'm not gonna say this because we're still in game. I'll say it when we're off camera so I can kill Mandy right then and there.
Oh, fuck my life. Okay. Mm-hmm. You just love to torture me. I
love
and hate it all
I
at the same time.
am pro bullying GMs unless the GM is me. I'll bully everyone.
She's been bullying me about blades too, out of character. Just
yeah, it's very fun.
High key bullying me all week. Anyway, so yeah, she just kind of, well, again, I don't want you to feel like you have to say yes or make a decision right now. Just go have fun on your travels. And, darling, she looks to Kazuhiko, I'm going to use your absence to my political advantage, okay? And he just kind of shakes his head. I expect nothing less, mother. If it gets them off my back, I'm all for it. I did not want to have to marry Natsuko anyway.
You had a fucking name this whole...
She was a potential option, but not anything I was interested in. Anyway, we should probably catch up with your friends.
I should, yes.
Resupply is needed and we only have one night. Mother, father, we will see you later. Thank you for bombarding us immediately upon arrival. Now it's out of the way.
This is fun.
He will get up and help you up, of course, or offer to help you up at least.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And the two of you exit. And I think that is a good point to stop it for the night. So, we are going to, what the heck is it? We're going to shift into, confession mode. We're going to do confessions and then figure out who we are rating. Where is it? Oh, I'm filtered to the wrong thing. Night. Okay, we're gonna go into confessions. Obviously, Rev's not going first because Rev's not here. Nikita!
Okay, like I'm glad that it was all cleared out. That she's not staying now. So that makes sense. It just sounded like they wanted to keep her now, like we were bringing something to them. I like she was a delivery, but that was not the point, and we need her still. I feel, I don't know. Why don't I get these things? That's it.
Okay, on to Sinark.
All right, so I gave the flowers to Dayu. Rev doesn't seem like she likes nature things, though, so that's fine. And Dayu didn't look so calm. She smiled. That's important. All right, so I need to get a new thing for Rev. New thing, and then ask date. This place is underground. Oh, it's dirty. Rev doesn't like dirty things. I don't know. I went underground today, and he just starts writing into his in his journal.
Oh my god. I love it. On to Aurora.
Kazuhiko's house is pretty beautiful, surprisingly. Maybe not that surprisingly. It feels familiar to enter, intimidating and uncomfortable, but also luxurious. I'm glad we're not staying here for long. I don't like thinking about what it's like at home right now. That's Aurora.
Dayu.
Things were going great until I said fuck in front of his parents. I've become too comfortable with this freedom. That's what it is. Too comfortable. But yeah, no, everything went better. They want me to kidnap their boy. I can do that. It's not that hard. No, I'm not gonna say that on stream. Might get Mandy banned. That's it. That's the whole.
You son of a bitch. Okay. That's everybody, right? I didn't skip anyone? I guess it just feels short because Alyssa's not here. So we're gonna raid somebody different. We're gonna raid D20 Deathmatch, see what they're up to. Probably a deathmatch of some form. We're gonna please join us in this raid over at D20 Deathmatch. They do some pretty metal stuff from what I've seen. Lots of fun, different things over there, mostly combat related. So definitely a tone change when we get over there. Just so you know, next week we are off. It is our off week for this game. If you want to know the schedule, that's where you need to go. If you want to be part of our community, check out our Discord. It's called the Fish Cult for a reason. It's a meme from a one-shot I was in where I accidentally became a god. So that's fun. And yeah, that's kind of it. If you want to do if you subscribe, you can do the sub raid. If you don't, I think it's just regular raid. So feel free to do those things. Somebody changed my commands. Now they all look different. So if you want to do that, you can do the things. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.